Alright, it says that we are recording, so I am here with Slade in the round one confessional. Um, so Slade, my first question for you is obviously you are one of the three returnees from the season. Were you expecting to be an only returnee? Were you expecting to see other returnees alongside you? And once you kind of saw who was returning with you, what did you think of those people?
So I definitely never thought I was going to be the only returnee. I did kind of hope it would be more of like a Micronesia situation where it was like 50-50 because, I mean, we all watched Edge of Extinction. That didn't go very well for none of the returnees. So I'm nervous, but I'm feeling good. In terms of the other returnees, I will just say, Dookie, I think you're very loud.
Okay, give me 1 second, Tate.
No, you're good. It could just be me because I also can't. I only hear you, so that could just be me.
Yeah, my phone's a little funny. Give me a second. I just got
Okay,
to
cool.
sign in here.
I'll keep going. Whatever. That doesn't bother me that much. I just thought I'd say something. I don't know the other attorneys. I talked to Antoinette some now, and she was on that season where Ascendant booted all the women, so that was pretty gross. So we're gonna not do that. I've talked to Antoinette a decent bit. I barely talked to Dre, but he was the first person to tell me a name. So I'm already vibing with them. I'm enjoying them. So I still think we're all probably gonna go before jury, but I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. At least about them.
Okay,
I
cool.
don't have anything to say. Okay, cool.
Am I still loud on your end, Slade?
No, it's better. It's a lot better.
Perfect. I'm in the locker room. All right, cool. So once you guys were kind of like announced onto the Zoom call there, and you guys were told you were going to be picking teams, was there any strategy on your end on who you were picking, or was it kind of just like, I'm going to go with who I know here, or what was the strategy, if anything?
So there was definitely a strategy because when I went to live, Nicole told me, or somebody told me, that the strategy of Ascendant is ally, ally, enemy, ally. So I fucked it up a little bit. I'm not gonna lie because I knew right away I wanted to pick Sheamus. Sheamus was in the very first org I've ever played with, and I've never seen him really around since. So the moment I saw him, I said, yes, I'm picking Sheamus. I liked Jeff because I knew him, and I liked Shannon. Shannon, I watched like 50% of the videos before we got dropped into the thing. So I really liked Shannon's video. I was like, oh my gosh, me and Shannon could totally work together. So after I picked Jeff, I was like, I should pick somebody to boot here. But Shannon really looked like she wanted to get picked. So I was like, okay, maybe I can use this as a way to like start that relationship. Then I picked Shannon, and then when I got to pick one more, I said I have to pick somebody that I can vote out if I need to. So then I just picked Zach. Sorry, Zach. Although I'll be honest, he's great. I've honestly gotten along with him great. I'm glad I picked him now. But I did pick him with the intention of voting him out. So, there was definitely some strategy, but not, I mean, as much strategy as there can be in the first round.
Okay, cool. So, how did you feel about the fact that, the captains weren't involved in any of like the team discussion at all? They were kind of secluded once the team chats were made, and did you think was that a big effect on you at all, do you think?
I would say usually I wouldn't have much of an issue with this. The thing that I'm worried about right now is just the fact that like we were not revealed with the cast. We were just kind of dropped in. I mean, we were literally dropped in, not kind of. And then we picked the team, and then we were left out of them. So in a way, it almost feels like it otherizes us a little bit more. That being said, my team won, so I don't have to worry about it. I feel like that much. So I've stopped caring at this point. If my team lost, I'd be a little bit more worried about it because I don't know. I just feel like the dynamic of competing in a challenge together and losing is a little bit more bonding than winning. I don't know how else to describe it. So I don't know. I'm not worried about it anymore, but I definitely was.
So, going into this vote tonight, obviously you're safe. What is your approach for just like the general vote? Like, and also, what are you hearing, if anything, at this point for the vote tonight?
So I forgot that Trendset is voted every round regardless. So I did kind of make a dumbass decision of focusing on talking to my teammates. But I still talk to others like Taisha. I really like. I like Sandy. Sandy intimidates the fuck out of me. So I'm trying to make him like me. So I don't like Parvati. You know, work with Russell. He can be my Russell. I don't know how he plays at all. So I hope he doesn't take that as an insult. But then, I mean, no one's talking. Like I've heard a name. I've heard Michael is the vote tonight. Granted, it's 5 o'clock, so there's still a lot of time for this to change, which is fine to me. I've not really talked to him, but no one's actually said like, I want Michael out. Let's do Michael for this reason. I've only been getting the, I hear it's Michael, which is like through the grapevine. Like I didn't come out here to pick grapes. Like just tell me. And I will say that's where circling back to Dre, the other attorney, he straight up told me, which he's like, I'm hearing Michael, which I appreciated, but it's still not, I want to vote Michael. Why are we voting Michael? But I did get some tea from Sandy, which I'm shocked about. So maybe we are cultivating a working relationship. Although we're a showmance now, so haha, bitches, we have a showmance. We'll see what happens. But he told me that Marcello, I don't know what his name is. And I didn't know what his name was during Keyholder either, and this is so bad. That he basically threw Michael under the bus. So I'm thinking that Taisha, Nick, and Marcello all kind of, they're not maybe allies, but they're definitely like, okay, it's probably one of us. So I think they maybe banded together to throw him under the bus, which works. I don't know him either. I barely talked to him. And honestly, if he is a straight white guy, he can go home first just to shake things up, especially since Antoinette had all the women go early. So we'll start things out on the right foot, and then we can start voting out women.
If you had it your way, you had the sole vote to eliminate a player tonight, who would you want to leave?
I would probably vote out Marcello. I'm not gonna lie. He's very nice, but I mean, unfortunately, we went through Keyholder together, and that whole experience was just not something I want to relive. And he was also on the other side of like it. Not that he himself ever said anything mean to me or I did any of those things, but I know he runs in those circles. So I would vote him out just so I wouldn't have to deal with it. And not that I'm not willing to work with him. I mean, probably not. Let me just be real. I have no reason to lie here. But it's just, that's who I would vote out if I had the sole vote. I'm not going to make any money moves to try to send him home. It's round one. But if someone's like Marcello, I'd say like, okay.
Who would you say is your number one ally in the game? And then who would you say is your number one, not threat, but your biggest competition?
So my number one ally is Seamus. We officially solidified a final two about 5 minutes ago and I always solidify my final two deals in the first round. I mean, I usually do it in the first day, but considering this one started at 10:30, I said, let's wait a little bit. But it's still the first round, so it counts. So Seamus is my number one. I really like Jeff. I think Jeff thinks we have a final two, or like it's an understood final two, which is fine. Let him think that. I also really like Taisha, I believe is her name. She's great. We've talked pretty good, although we'll see. She's been pretty vocal with me, and we both agree to have each other's backs. So Seamus, Jeff, Taisha, and Sandy, my romance, allegedly. But he's also my biggest competition because, I mean, let's just be real, okay? I read into the reaction on post. I will go and see how many reacts bitches have. Because when bitches have a lot of reactions, that means you know that they've either been around the community a lot, which is fine, or, et cetera, et cetera. They've done things to impress others. And he had, I think, the biggest reaction on any post. So naturally, my eyes are on him. But also, I'm pretty sure he got to the end of Ascend to Chaos, which do with that what you will, but I will do with that what I will. And I will say that seems to be impressive. But I don't want to go against him because that seems like a lot of work. So like I said, he's my Russell. I'm going to try to work with him. And if I can make the devil dance to my tune, I feel like that's the power. Why be the devil when you can control it? But I don't know anything about him yet, really. I'm still figuring everything out. But my initial answer is him. Sandy for sure.
What in the next couple of rounds do you need to do to set yourself up for a deep run in the game?
So I think what I need to do is continue with the Slade special. Not me dropping my phone. Which is in the morning, message every player in the game good morning, even if they don't talk to me, just so that way I can have that formality and say I tried. Then I need to see, the tricky thing is that I'm not sure. There's a real chance that I'm not going to be allowed to get footing, but I think I just need to get my footing, get an alliance going, get some core people together. The thing is with Ascendance, though, you can't really, alliances don't work in Ascendance to a certain extent because you just don't know who you're going to be with. So I need to ally with people who can win captain's comps. So that way I'm in a much better position. I don't have to win shit if I'm allied with the people that win things. And that's usually what I'm good at. So that's my strategy. And guess what, bitches? My Gatsby gals that I picked fucking were flawless in that damn competition. So I may be off on a good foot better than I think. Knock on wood.
And then I want to ask you about the other two returners, Antoinette and Dre. You mentioned them a little bit earlier on. Have you gotten the chance to talk to them at all? And did you have a prior relationship to them other than just like you guys being returning players?
No, I've actually never. I've never really heard of either one of them. I did go back and read Antoinette's boot post today, actually, when she mentioned the fact that she was in Ascendance 8. I don't know them at all. Dre, again, is the first person to officially talk names to me in the game, but we haven't really talked much in general. So I'm hoping that will change by the end of the day. I mean, I would love to have a returning line. I would love to have at least a threesome, a trio chat where we can at least guarantee we get to jury with each other. Like, that would be great. I don't want to, and I've talked to Antoinette a lot of just daily life stuff. Like, I know she's going to school to become a vet. I'm learning these things for her. And Antoinette's one of the few people who because I'll be honest, I fucking hate small talk. If I'm not in an org with bitches, I will talk to them usually. And that's just the tea, because I don't like this, generic shit. But Antoinette and Sandy have both managed to impress me with their generic conversation skills. So I don't know, I'm hopeful. I'd like to work with Antoinette and Dre. I really would. But I just haven't talked to Dre enough yet. But we'll see. Fingers crossed. I definitely think that it's in all of our interests that we all go as far as we can. Because it's very easy, I feel like, for that to be okay, this round we'll boot this one, the next round we'll boot the next one, and the next round we'll boot the following, and just take all three of us out back to back. So I think if we can, at least, we don't even have to necessarily vote together, but as long as we keep our names off of the radar, if we each just can do that, then I think that's the key. That's usually how I win games. So hopefully I can get them to do that. So.
Okay, my last question for you, Slade, is if you were to project your final placement here in this first round with 19 people are left in the game right now, where would you say after these first couple of days you would put your placement right now?
So I think right now there's 19 people. Obviously I can't be 19th, so we love that. I would say part of me wants to say 11th place because that is one worse than what I did the last time. And I think it'd be ironic that the season that I'm trying, I place worse. That being said, my game brain is telling me that I think I'll make jury. I think I'm going to say 7. Number 7 is speaking to me, so I'm going to say 7.
Yes, 7's an iconic placement in this series, of course. Guys, do you guys have anything else for Slade? I don't know who's on this call. Looks like Jordan and Maddie. Do you guys have any questions for Slade?
The BL has some questions.
Oh my God, yes! Okay,
Ma'am, do you want to
bring
go
it
ahead and
in.
ask those
Hello.
questions? Because I can't, my phone's being a little buggy.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. So, are you more confident that you know the format this season?
Am I more confident? Yeah, I do know the format. It's not Survivor, fun fact, where there's just a tribe swap every round. That's what I thought my first time. So I would already say I'm off on a much better foot. Yes, helping live. Which that's the unfortunate part though, is that I'm a returnee who helped with motherfucking live, and not only did I help, I'm in the shot. Like I'm in the background of a decent amount of the shot. So it's like, So I'm trying to underplay that. It also doesn't help that I just went to Vegas with Nicole and Papa and stuff. So I'm trying to underplay it a little bit, but I definitely think I know the format better than anyone here. Better than any of the players, anyways, at least in this season.
Right. So the next question is, what is your dream team for next round to be on, not to be captain, and what's your nightmare team?
So I'm not captain, like I'm not picking, or I am?
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
you're not captain.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not captain, not safe.
If I'm not captain, how many? It would be 18, so I'd have to, let's just presume there's 2 teams, so it'd be 9. That's a lot of bitches. Let's just say my top 5. I would love to be on a team with Seamus. I'd love to be on a team with Jeff again. I'd like to be on a team with Sandy, I guess, and Taisha, I believe, and then Marcelo, so I can vote his ass out. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not. Definitely. Worst case scenario. Oh, and Antoinette. I'd love to be with both of their attorneys. Antoinette and Dre, I'd love to be with both of them. Worst case scenario, it's like Jackson, Aaron, Nick, like these people that I just haven't talked too much. I like Aaron. We literally have not spoken since the night one call. I messaged her this morning. She just now replied while I was in the middle of doing this. So we'll see. But that's who, Aaron, Jackson, freaking Jester. Oh, I do not want to be paired with Jester. God. Jester knows me from the Facebook community very well. And he introduces, oh my God, it's the legend, the icon. Like, don't, shut up. Shut up. Why are you saying that? But I know why he's saying it. Because this is the struggle. That's the struggle. So actually, I changed it. I would not vote Marcelo out. I'm rewriting it. I thought out Jester and then Marcelo. I thought out Jester. So any combination of like those 4 would probably be pretty bad.
Right. And then I don't know if you touched on this, but the last question we had is, how did you feel about getting captain in safety right off the bat?
I fucking loved it because I can't be first boot. Are you kidding me? Like, this is everything I needed, everything I wanted. I said I needed a Suri Game Changers moment where I had some early immunity to get my footing. Because I'm a social strategic player. I'm not a physical player. I need these any free W is a free W. So I'm very happy. I think I maximized, at least, of course, I'm going to be my biggest rooter. So, yeah, I think I did pretty damn good. I would say I'm happy with it. Am I nervous about next round? Absolutely. But I do think that I'm happy right now about it anyway. I just don't want to be first boot. I've never been first boot in an org before, and I can continue with that tradition.
All right, and that's all they had, and I don't have any questions, so.
Alrighty. Anything else you want to add to the end of it, Slade, or are you good to go?
Nope, that is it.
All right, I appreciate it. Let me stop this recording for you.